Zax and I have such great live streams on Tuesday nights. Last week, we had Wakaziji's Tea House, as well as MVP Max Field Von Priestley on the show.
Yeah, if it's okay, just very briefly, I made a video on this. I'm sure a lot of people know about it out there, but Amazon not only have killing Lord of the Rings, but they've killed Comixology as well. They've killed the digital comics reader, guys. Can you believe it?
Yeah, this one hurts. This one hurts. More so for you, Gray. I mean, and for all of our international comic book fans. I mean, the only thing keeping them in the comics game is Comixology right now, or was Comixology, I guess I should say, and that digital reader. So, man, Gray, my condolences to you, brother, because my comic shop is 15 minutes away. I can drive there and pick up, a floppy, but it just proves that they truly don't have any clue of what they're doing, and that it's just hubris at this point. It's their own arrogance that is hindering them from producing anything good, whether it's Lord of the Rings or comic books.
At the end of the day, it's a small thing, isn't it? It's only a small thing, really. I'm just another old white guy moaning about comics, but I can't get physical comics anymore. I can't get hold of them. My nearest comic shop is about a 12-hour plane flight to Manchester in the UK, so I have to get digital. It's not by choice, it's kind of by necessity. But I got into it, and I got into the reader. They had a really nice reader on the Comixology app where you could see it on the big screen. You could go panel by panel.
Oh yeah.
Like watching a movie or an animation at times. But it was so good. That's gone now. It's out the window. They've just merged it with their Kindle reader, and it's in color. You can do panel to panel, but they're about this big now. The panels. It's just stupid.
In case, for people who may not know, can you explain what's happening with Comixology?
Oh yeah, sure. I think they bought Comixology about 2014, and they've been talking about merging the two different sites together, because you can understand that it takes a lot of work to have these two sites, and hosting digital comic files, it must take a huge amount of space. Max, what do you reckon?
I'm not sure how the actual software works and what that would look like, but you would think that if Amazon truly does want to be the best and at the highest level of everything, whether it's their media or their books or their pricing, whatever it is that they want to excel at, you would think that they would put the money into the software to make it the highest level experience for the reader. But it just shows that they don't care. I wanted to say, Gray, as well, that you had mentioned that you said, oh well, it doesn't really matter because it's just going to hinder the reading process, and I'm just one guy. I will tell you, brother, that one of my friends has reached out to me, who is an author, writer, publisher, and editor over at Mad Cave. He just came out with a trade paperback, and Mad Cave Publishing is just another comic book publisher. And him and one of his friends, the only way that they're able to get through all the comics and read all their comics is through Comixology, and now it's taking them hours to try and read these things because of just how difficult the new software is of trying to do this Kindle reader and stuff. So it's not just you, my man. It's these are professionals who are saying, I have to have Comixology in order to do my job properly.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate.
I tried Comixology, and I downloaded a bunch of stuff before I actually looked at it on my handheld device. And I even got one of those big Kindle 10 things,
Oh, nice.
And I tried reading it, and I was like, I didn't like it. I didn't like trying to read comics that way. And maybe it's because I'm so analog. But are there any particular comics, and this is open to anybody, including in chat, is there a really good comic that really shows up well, that is memorable in Comixology, that you would be like, yes, this is the reason why I can read comics electronically or on a screen?
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Put me on the spot there. No, basically it means you can zoom in on the panels, and when it's a good download, it looks fantastic. You can zoom into the details, you can enjoy the art, you can take screen captures of the art, you can put it on your desktop, whatever. But as a good comic, I don't know, mate. Sorry, any comic could be good, but maybe Sean Gordon Murphy's the Batman, was it the White Yeah, Batman White Knight, which is a great limited miniseries. It's about 8 issues, kind of a bit of a reimagining of Batman, and he's the writer and the artist on it. And I remember your boy Zach on his channel, he was raving about it because he got into Comixology late. He's a big physical media guy like me, like I used to be. I much prefer the real comic, but I had to kind of get used to the digital format. And I was enjoying it, and I use it for my channel too. Salty.
Are there comics from the golden age or from the silver age do they translate well to Comixology, or is it mostly the new stuff that you really have to, I guess, roll with? Because I'm a complete noob at this.
For me, the differences that you're getting with some of the silver, bronze age comics that you buy right off the rack, they're going to have a little bit of that. They're obviously going to have the smell. They're going to have the tactile, functionality.
So
they're
important.
They're going to have some mistakes. So maybe some like ink smudges, or maybe like the coloration of the pages will turn a little bit yellow as opposed to that bright white. And what you're getting on Comixology is basically the scanned version of those pages, and then with enhanced colors. So a colorist will come in, make all those pages white, and will turn like all the normal colors of the book, and maybe put more saturation into them or whatnot. Like if you're looking for artwork, I think Comixology was a great tool, because as beautiful. As Gray was saying, you can zoom in on a lot of these images, and like for Echolands, for example, which is a newer book, if you take a look at some of the artwork, you can zoom in on some of that stuff and see the shading and the sketching and the inks. Like you can see all of that and the intricacies of that. So I do think it's good for that. But for the purposes of like nostalgia and seeing the craft and the art, having the hard copy is really preferable to me.
Me too.
It's it's all subjective, and I know a lot of people who are like, after Comixology came out, I never picked up a single issue again because I didn't need to, but it's also space, you got long boxes full of, or rooms full of long boxes of comics, and you can store that all on Comixology, which, sorry, I don't mean to talk more.
Stop it. I want you to talk. I didn't bring you on the show just to sit there and look pretty, Max. So
hey,
thank you for
I exist to be easy on the eyes for you. Okay.
I appreciate
Thank
that.
you, Max. Thank you.
Ooh.
I will not pull a Frosk, because though she thinks she's not easy on the eyes for you, I solely exist to be easy on the eyes. I will say real quick, and then I'll hand it back over to you guys. But one of the horrifying things about this whole merger that I've been hearing is that people who have transferred all of their comics over to Comixology and gotten rid of their single issues and stuff and just bought digitally, hundreds of thousands of comic books, they haven't been given access to a lot of them because of this whole transfer. Some of them have been lost in translation. Some of them just aren't showing up. Yeah. And Gray, I don't know if you spoke about this. I haven't gotten a chance to watch your latest video, but I mean, that's truly one of the horrifying parts about this, is that people have paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, for hundreds of thousands of these digital books, only to find that they aren't showing up in their hard drive.
As ever, this is Salty Texas C. I am Corey DB. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you've seen and heard, please hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you on board. That way and we have things like live streams, which we are now going to be doing every Tuesday evening. Take care. I hope you're having a great 2022.